So we are in Dallas, Texas, and I'm about to meet Andrew Knowles and show you his studio. And I can't wait to show you guys what he's built in the last 2 years since I met him. Absolutely mind-blowing. There it is, this whole building.
Hello, welcome.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so glad you're here.
Oh wow, it's amazing.
Thank you so much. Come on, I can't wait to show you.
It's in a very commercial area and I love commercial building. What I love is the raw ugliness of commercial zones, and then you walk in and suddenly you're hit with a design space that makes you kind of want to cry with joy, and every part of me just went, I want to live here. I want to live here. I want to live here. It's so beautiful. It's amazing.
Thank you so much.
It's huge.
My name is Andrew Knowles, and I'm a portrait photographer, and I've been shooting for 4 years now. 2 years ago when I met Sue, I didn't have a studio space. I was strictly an outdoor location photographer. I got my studio 1.5 years ago, and I absolutely love it. It's in the perfect location. It's got plenty of space, and I love having a studio to call home and bring my clients to.
Oh, look at this. So this was from your Facebook call out?
This was donated, and this person actually ended up being a client too, actually my biggest sale, believe it or not. All of these dresses, well, most of them were donated. I actually put a call out on Facebook letting people know that I was interested in building my wardrobe, and it, interestingly enough, turned into a bunch of clients because people would reach out, oh, I've got these dresses, and then they would basically get a voucher in exchange for a dress or two. So they became clients, I built my wardrobe. It was a great way to get all those dresses. And then, funny story, a different client's grandmother was a seamstress for Chanel.
What?
And so she actually kind of went in and added some fun things and to several of these dresses. So it's pretty cool. And then this one.
This is magnificent. So you got most of these gowns donated from your Facebook campaign?
And if they weren't, they're mainly Goodwill, stuff like that. But this one used to be like pure wedding-y, bright white.
You stained it.
Dipped it in a big bucket of tea and gave it this vintage. And it brought out all this detail. I love
it. Oh, Andrew, this is great. And now you're a dress collector, isn't
Seriously,
it?
It's kind of an obsession. You wore off on me.
2 years ago, I met Andrew because he won a mentoring session with me. And it was only supposed to be a 15-minute session. Have a look at his folio, see what you think. So this young man walks in, I love him straight away. We start talking, we sit there for an hour. I love his work, but there was something missing from it. It was technically great and they're beautiful shots, but I looked at every single girl and every single image and it was lacking a beauty quality and a connection.
Building my business, what came easily to me was the technical aspect of it. The lighting, the equipment, all of that drew me in, but I was kind of neglecting the connection side of it. Things that deal with bringing kind of emotion out of the client.
I actually gave him a year to my education site because I wanted him, if he was interested, to follow that path. I followed him on Instagram, and throughout the first year, I just started seeing shot after shot after shot. And every time I was like 3 hearts and this guy's blowing me away, totally blowing me away. And I just followed and followed and followed, and I watched him grow. And the work he's done in the last 2 years is mind-blowing. I love from all of your images that you're embracing all the flower shoulder pieces, flower crowns. Oh, this is magnificent. Did you make these?
I did. I just, I think that one's hot glued on there and wrapped around, and then literally just on a piece of floral wire, and I'll wrap it around their shoulders.
And the gold frame wall.
So all of these were donated. I know it's kind of funny how that works out, but my framer said that these are all the frames that people kind of neglect and leave behind, and whenever they modernize. And so she gave them to me.
Oh, you just tell her you'll come and take them off her head. Look at this. This is incredible.
Thank you. That's another one of the vintage frames that were donated.
Yep.
And then, yeah, I've got one of ballerina dancers in there.
Have you sold many 9-out?
I haven't. I don't push it that much. I just kind of think it's beautiful to have, but I don't actually push it that much in my sales.
Yeah. Look, those images are incredible.
Thank you so much.
This is Amazing.
I love my new mirror.
And it's got a power point here.
And then you can dim it on the side. I love my new vanity mirror. My bathroom doesn't have a lot of light in it, and I wanted something where my clients could really admire the way they look and see themselves clearly. I love it because the first thing a client will do, especially the girls when they walk in, will run up and look at it and then take a picture of themselves.
Yeah. And is it, did you make this?
I didn't make it, but I had someone local make it. And he literally will make it with however many bulbs you want, what size you want. And so I told him exactly what I wanted.
And it has a point here for makeup and here, and then it has a dimmer there. These are incredible.
Thank you. They're just wood paneling. They kind of serve as backdrops sometimes. Sometimes we'll hang photos and things on them.
Did you make those yourself?
I had some help, but yeah.
Wow.
It's just cheap wood paneling on some 2x4s.
Oh, this is incredible. The flower wall.
My flower wall.
Terrible to shoot on.
Terrible to shoot on, and I want to alter it. I want to try and tone it down a little bit. I want to take the yellows and the reds out.
That's what I'm doing right now. So basically, I'm taking away the red and yellow and the green, and I'm focusing on those muted tones, the apricots, pinks.
Do you still want a lot of variety in textures, or do you keep it?
Yeah, the texture is beautiful. It's the contrast. It's too busy, takes away from the skin.
Sure.
And the yellow and the red compete with skin tone. I don't know what it was. When I first did it, I put a lot of green, a lot of red, a lot of yellow in, because visually it looks beautiful. But you got to say, I bet you there isn't a girl that walks in here doesn't freak out.
Oh no, they love it.
Because it's a dream wall. Like, you know what? You could always put it on the wall, frame it, cut it, put a skirting board around it so it looks like an art piece, and it would still be a beautiful feature.
I love that.
Yeah, I love that. Right, you got 2 scrims?
Yep, this is my 6 foot back here.
Yeah.
And I'll actually bring this one on location. It's kind of funny, my assistant will attempt to hold it by himself, and a lot of times he'll fly away. Yep. But I love it because it lets me. This one is a Westcott. And
that's the same size as mine.
Yeah, I like it.
And then you got an 8 foot.
This one's an 8 foot. Yeah, and this one was actually more affordable than this one back here, which is interesting.
And so because you got this and recommended it, I got 2 of these for the studio because they stopped making my one. And yeah, these are really affordable.
And they're super sturdy.
And they're by Glow.
Yeah, they're by Glow, and they actually they've got hinges, so the whole thing just folds up.
Yep.
It's awesome.
And that's 8 foot for under 400.
Under 400, yeah.
Amazing. I love that. Oh, you've got a backdrop rack?
Yep, I don't use them that often. That was the first thing I installed when I moved in here because I thought I would use it all the time. But I don't really shoot on seamless paper that much anymore, and I really love shooting over the back of the backdrop.
With the light coming in.
Exactly, and I can't do that with those.
Right.
So, I mean,
but they're good to have.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love that you've got a pulley because obviously it's so versatile to put up. I like these.
So I found this ladder on the side of the road in someone's trash, and I was like, oh my God, I'll take it. And this little one I got from Etsy to just kind of give me another little.
If only people knew, if only they knew. I've been searching for a big ladder. I haven't been able to find one this big. This is 5.5 feet, and that is perfect. My gosh, I can't believe you found that off the end of the road.
Crazy.
The reveal wall.
My reveal wall. So it's just 4 pieces of trim that I've drilled into the wall. And then I put 2 cheap Home Depot lights up top to kind of light it, and I can turn those on or off whenever I need.
I love this space because it's in the middle of this massive room, but the way you've lit it makes it darker.
Kind of its own little.
Yeah. This is incredible. You know, I'm going to sit and look at this wall for a minute. I get sick of looking at my own work, but every now and then I sit and just look at my wall, and when I don't have a client like this, I have images that I have up there all the time, like just a gallery. Do you always have this up when you're not?
I don't, but I kind of want to now that I see it like this.
Yeah, leave it up, and then obviously when you do clients.
Yeah.
But you know, do you look at this folio and does this make you proud?
It makes me extremely proud. It's crazy to think that every image on this wall has been taken in the past 2 years since I met you, and since I really started focusing on connection. And
there is so much connection on this wall, Andrew. I had very little criticism of your folio 2 years ago, but the one thing you were missing is that beautiful connection, or the beauty in your images, because it was all about the image and not about the face. You changed something that day, because there isn't a shot up there that is not connected, and I look at that now and that's magical. That flower shoulder, that is magnificent.
Thank you so much.
And every shot, you're nailing that connection, guys and girls. It's just beautiful.
Thank you so much. When I was a kid, I've always loved photography. I would always commandeer my dad's camera and shoot my Batman, my cat, anything I could get my hands on. In high school, I actually took a photography course my junior year and kind of ran with it as a hobby, kind of as an enthusiast sort of thing, and then always loved it. And then never really thought of it as a career path. I actually got my bachelor's degree in health services management. So nothing to do with photography. Started an internship in that field and quickly realized it wasn't what I wanted to do. And so I decided photography was what I wanted to pursue. And my husband helped support me for the first year.
He was prepared to do anything to get through that first chicken and egg. And that's when I know you want this more than anything. You'll confront anything, you'll face anything, you'll jump anything to do it. You'll find a way to do it. You did such a great job. This whole little cozy area is amazing. It's beautifully lit. And you have a piano. Tell me about the piano.
The piano was actually here when we got here. And I just use it as a nice little ambiance to place things and kind of set the mood. And I have my 16 by 20 over there that I'll always offer with my Black Label collection. So it's just a nice little transition to, well, you can have all of these as well as this print right over here.
Wow.
And it works out beautifully.
And you've got your folio boxes here. Show me what you've got.
Yeah, I wanted to get some samples of the different graphic products.
Yeah.
And
what do you think?
I'm obsessed.
Aren't they beautiful?
Stunning. I mean, the leather, you can smell it, you can feel it.
And these are the two you chose?
This is the more traditional folio box.
Yep.
Which I love, but something about this one just draws me in.
You know, this is definitely my favorite because it's always been the most simple product for me. But I would be very hard pressed not to actually choose that over this.
Sure.
This is beautiful. So these are the two you're going to go with, and you want 30.
I want to do 25 or 30. I think it's awesome now that I have an option for 30 to create another package.
Sure.
And add that in the mix.
So your Black Label is 25 images in a box with an enlargement.
Yep.
For $3,900.
And they also get a second photo shoot as well.
Fantastic.
Brings them right back. It's perfect.
Oh my gosh. I love that you chose this color. It's going to be interesting to see which one you're going to get more orders for.
I know, yeah. It'll be interesting.
Are you going to offer different covers?
I don't think so.
I don't believe in it because I think it's either this one or this one.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be, I mean, like you've said, a confused mind doesn't purchase.
No,
and so I just want to keep it
confused
simple
mind says no.
and straightforward.
Yep.
I think it'd be really neat to offer everyone all those different options,
Sure.
but I think it would complicate things
All right.
and make it.
And just remember one thing, if for any reason, because your average sale is a little bit lower than your highest package, which means you are selling the next package down because you're meeting in the middle, if they don't purchase a full set, they can use their complimentary photo shoot for next year to fill this box. So that's where you want to be, sell the biggest box, and if they only buy 15, 20 images, you can say, come back for your next shoot and fill the box. And then you're really only buying more mats in terms of cost. The sale might be a little bit less the second time, but 2 shoots in 2 years at $5,000 is better than 1 shoot at $3,500, right?
Gosh, yeah,
and
absolutely.
so you do that with every client and you're getting $5,000 average from every client. That's where you want to be. I love what you chose. I think they're really extraordinary. Your big image that you sell, is it a 1620?
Yes, it's a 1620.
And everybody takes it, right?
Yes, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll divide it out into 2 11 by 14s if there's some reservation about it.
Yeah.
And some people are like, I don't want a picture that big, or we've got 2 kids we need, and so then we'll do 2. But yeah.
The crazy thing is in 28 years, I have never, ever, I swear to you, hand on heart, had a client say those portraits were too big. More often than not, they say, when we got them home, they look really small.
Sure, everybody thinks an 8 by 10 is big for some reason, or an 11 by 14, and then you actually see it on the wall.
And it's not.
Yeah.
I would love to see more enlargements on your space wall because you've got the space. You put big prints up, and you're going to sell bigger prints. Sure. Even more bigger prints.
What you show is what you sell.
Yep, absolutely, definitely. How long have you been doing the full reveal?
Oh, probably a year and a half.
Yeah, and that's when your sales just
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
times 6?
Yes. Well, the first reveal was my highest package.
Yeah.
I mean, it just set the tone and showed me the power in it. I
Okay.
mean,
And people freak out when they walk in and their images are on the wall. Now you have these beautiful products. Will you stock a couple of each one so that they can just go with them so they don't have to wait for the box?
oh, absolutely. They love the instant gratification of
Being able to take it.
And that's actually something else that I didn't mention that has changed my business as well, as I think offering payment plans. I mean, it's enormous. I mean, a big percentage of my clients are on payment plans.
Sure.
And it makes it feasible for a lot of people who normally wouldn't consider spending $4,000 on portraits.
Are you having a problem managing that?
I've got maybe 1 or 2 clients who I've had a little bit of issue with, but I mean, for the most part, it's been absolutely perfect.
Okay, so in the first 3 years of my portrait business, from 2003 to 2006, where I first started to get the big income, 1850 average was then, and I was starting to build up, I made a personal decision not to put anybody into debt collection.
Okay.
That if they did not pay their photographs, I would keep the deposit and let them go.
Okay.
In that first 3 to 4 year period, I had 7 not pay.
Wow, okay.
But I kept the deposit on all 7, and the deposit was nearly half. So I covered my costs. Basically, it was $1,000.
Sure.
So it was just over half. I knew I'd been paid, my costs were covered, and I let them go. Like, I just decided I didn't want that bad energy of just chasing that money. They didn't have the product. And yeah, it does happen. People get buyer's remorse or whatever.
Sure.
But yeah, managing it was one thing, but just making sure I didn't put myself through any bad energy around it was really important to me.
Okay.
So you print your own work?
I do. I love printing my own work.
What have you got? What do you got?
I've got an Epson P800 that I print on cotton rag paper, so it's the hot press bright.
And these are all printed on the Epson?
They are, and I love it because they're matte. And so, I mean, there's no gloss or shine to them. And my clients freak out because that's not something you can get at Walgreens or anything like that.
Yeah, you've got no reflection from these hot lights.
Yep.
You've got no reflection on those images.
Completely dead flat.
What paper is it?
It's the Epson Hot Press Bright. Yep.
Okay, because usually the mattes don't hold the blacks very well, and yet all the blacks on these images are at 90%. Like, they're very good. It's holding your color really well. Is printing just addictive?
Oh my gosh, I want a bigger one. Like, I want to print huge.
You need a Pro 4000.
Seriously.
Like, when my first image came, I cried. I'm such a weirdo. I love it. I'm addicted to printing. I could just print.
Seriously, it's incredible. And I mean, it makes it tangible. And like, even printing these, because like I said, I don't usually have these all up. And printing these at home last week, I mean, I just showed John, and I mean, I was just in awe watching all my favorite images just come to life out of the printer.
I know, look at this wall.
It was crazy.
It needs to stay here when you're not doing reveals. This is one of the best things you can do, is have this gallery up and change it often and sit and appreciate it.
Okay.
Amazing. You have OnlyFans?
I do. You want to see them?
Oh, that's so beautiful. You have a gold. It's my favorite color. Wait a minute, what's this?
This is our office. The space used to be a grocery store. So
look at this.
This is actually our office, which is also a walk-in freezer. You can come on in.
Look at that. Oh, that's so cool.
The space used to be an old grocery store, and we utilized the old walk-in freezer as our office slash just kind of where we keep our computers and everything like that. And in the back, we've got our storage. So we've got some shelves that hold all of my flowers, my tool, all of the equipment. Keep the front looking nice and tidy.
So your office is a freezer. Look at that. It's not too cold though.
Never.
Oh wow, what do you got there?
This is a Profoto B1, which I love because there's no cords, the battery's all intact. But then I also have a D1, which is plugged in.
Okay.
It's actually 1,000 watts per second instead of that one, so it's a little stronger.
Okay.
Which I'm actually kind of like whenever I'm bouncing, because it lets me keep my ISO down, but then put more light into the room.
In a big space. Yeah, okay, now we can look at those backdrops.
So this is my first Oliphant, my original. It's just a nice gray. I have 2 Oliphants. I have a gray, and then I've got a green gold. And the green gold I actually got this past Christmas, and I was actually in New York, so I got to meet Sarah Oliphant. And there's actually a picture of me like laying on the backdrop with Sarah. And so that was really cool.
And you painted these two yourself?
These two are from Gravity. This one right here.
Oh, this is beautiful, the blue.
Oh, I did paint the blue, yes. I've got a baby blue I actually just painted.
Yeah, this one's a Gravity drop.
Yeah, this one's more of a gold.
Yep.
And then I've got a light pink, which I actually use quite often. It's kind of a dusty pink back here.
So other than shooting outside, which you do a lot of, would you say you're shooting predominantly on canvas?
Yes.
Isn't it incredible?
That and the wall. I do love the white wall as well.
Yeah, nice.
Then I painted this chalky black.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And I made it huge because I didn't have any big giant ones, and I wanted.
Yes.
So I got this one. And then I painted this one behind it, which was supposed to be green, and it turned out kind of gray.
Wow, so how many you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And there's a couple in the back that I don't ever use, just because I tried to paint them and they didn't.
But you can paint over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, incredible. Oh,
I love them.
Andrew, tell me about these frames.
They're literally just vintage windows. I like how we kind of left them dirty just to show that patina and age.
Oh, yeah.
And then sprinkled in these little Edison bulbs, literally just...
What a beautiful feature. You know, I want to do this with framed images as well, because I feel like people will just...
Oh my gosh, that'd be incredible.
Yeah, this is divine. I love these Edison bulbs, everything, the shapes are amazing. This is absolutely incredible. I could sit and look at this wall all day. Amazing. And so this is your kind of main greeting area?
Yeah, this is where clients sit down, like mom and sister will sit while my client's getting ready, and just a nice place to relax and grab snacks.
So did you put this counter in?
That was here when we got here. We put the wood paneling on just to kind of give it a nice ambience and tie it into the rest of the room.
And that's where you're doing your makeup?
Yeah, I've got a Kino that we'll usually use if the natural light's not coming through the window enough.
Right, because you don't have a lot of natural light.
We really don't, just these little windows up top.
And you're doing a lot of shooting outside, and then you're doing the rest with strobes, and you've got a Kino constant as well. Okay, interesting, that's amazing. And so I guess you put your Kino on, you've got a good natural light balance for the hair and makeup. Incredible.
Got snacks for everybody as they come in, and...
Wow. Well, I think we should do a shoot.
I love that. Let's do it. This is Allison. She's the one who was in the photo that I took that got me the contest winner. Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you. Oh, I can't wait to photograph you. Yay, this is going to be so much fun. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with hair and makeup. I'm excited to shoot with Sue today. I think it's going to be an incredible experience getting to have her right here with me, kind of coach me and mentor me and see how I do my work.
Oh, she looked gorgeous, Allison. Let's take this hand and just touch the back of your booty there. Now let that hand drop.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Chin up a little bit. Beautiful.
A little bit more shoulder.
Beautiful.
Oh my God,
that made
that's
all
beautiful.
The difference.
So one of the first things I do with tulle is wrap it around the arms like that. However, this is where I start kind of doing something like this because she can get away with this. So I would just literally do something like that.
Beautiful. Chin this way, shoulder forward. Beautiful, Allison.
What's our next outfit?
Let's go look.
The big dress?
Let's do it.
Okay, she's got to dance in this dress. So I want you to hold this bit there, scrunch it up. I'm going to see if I can find your knees. No, there is too much fabric in here. You could hide people under here. Okay. Look down with your eyes. Now a little laugh, little smile. That's a good big smile.
So that's one of the secrets to the dancing
and
shots.
Shoulder,
Elbows
shoulder,
back.
yep,
Okay.
elbows back, chin
Oh my
forward,
God.
elbows back, chin forward. And we're just going to slow it right down now so we just get these beautiful beauty shots. Relax your mouth, darling. That's it. Touch the front of your thigh, just a slight bend in your elbow. Good girl. Yeah. Okay, just try this once. I'm going to wrap it there. Okay, ready? Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Oh!
I know, yeah.
Watching Andrew shoot today was beautiful. Connection, posing, the way he was directing. He's a different guy than I met 18 months ago. Yeah. This has got to be my favorite email. You've dug this out of the archives on the 26th of the 1st, 2015. So 2 years ago. Good evening, Stephanie. Thank you so much for reaching out to me and for your kind words about my work. I would love to help. Are you thinking something outside, inside, studio style? I have a mini session available for $99 for the session, and there is a $200 minimum product purchase. This basically means you'll pay $299 total and get $200 worth of high-res downloads, wall art, prints of your choice. Do you have your eyes set on any dates that work?
Oh
That's
my
so
gosh.
cute. And your average sale back then was?
$500. And it says portrait, commercial, wedding photographer.
I love that. Andrew J. Knowles, wedding, portrait, commercial photographer. This has to be the best thing I've ever seen. This is your price list. Let's have a look at this for just one moment. A confused mind definitely says no. A confused mind definitely says no. And I love this because I talk a lot about photographers using another language. How's this for another language? Wood print, float mount wrap, grand square metal collage, classic metal collage, a parquet, metal tic-tac-toe, the formal four, metal stair climber, the flagstone, the float mount wrap, the metal print, the wallets, the print, the canvas, classic canvas. It's language people don't even understand.
Yeah. Way too many options.
Way too many options. And so when I look at the difference between what you could download then and what you could download now, being this gorgeous price list here, it's a very, very different game. Very, very different game. Wow, look at that. So you're 4 years into business and your average sale back then was?
$500. And my current average is $36.50.
So you've actually times 6.
Yeah.
So that's sextuple.
That's crazy.
You sextupled your average sale by getting rid of this busy, silly price list. Did you feel nervous about going up to this price list?
Yes.
Why?
Because it was such a high jump from my old price list, and I was worried that my old clients wouldn't embrace it, and they would think I was crazy. But it's amazing how they did, and then some of them I realized really aren't my clients. Because if they want something like that, then that's not what I offer anymore.
Yeah.
And,
Did you feel like you lost people?
Not really. I mean, like...
Because everyone says it, but I don't hear anybody saying, I'm never coming back to you again.
And I had my own blocks to get around, because I was like, well, who's going to want 25 prints? Nobody's going to want 25 prints. And then when I just got over that block, and I mean, my first reveal session, they bought all of them. And so, I mean, it was just my own problem.
Yeah.
And it's been incredible. So I've basically got the individual fine art prints. They start at $275 and then go up to $900. And most people gravitate towards the folio box.
Because that's what you're showing.
Exactly, yep. And so 6 images for $1,200, 10 images for $2,000, 20 for $3,000.
Yes.
And my black label collection, which is actually my most popular, is
25 images.
Yep, 25 images, a 16 by 20 wall enlargement, and then a complimentary second photo shoot, which is incredible because then it just brings them back in for another folio box.
Of course. And, you know, to me, I believe that every client, once they've become a client and paid your sitting fee, should get a free shoot at any time after that. Once they've paid, if somebody spent $3,900 with you, they can come back anytime they want.
Sure.
But the fact that you write it as part of the collection is really, really great. This here, you feel very comfortable saying this now?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Isn't that cool?
Yes, it's incredible. I mean, and I feel worth it, and I feel like it's valuable.
Now, you offer a payment plan.
I do, and I think that's been a big part of making it feasible for people, because a lot of people would, they do. They don't notice that I've put that payment plans are part of the options.
Right.
And so they're like, oh my gosh, $3,900.
I want it, but it's a lot of money.
And then so, I mean, a rejection or a
Objection.
Objection is not a rejection,
Nope.
it's a call for more information.
Yep.
So then I just jump right into the interest-free payment plans.
Okay, so it's a call for more information, but it's mostly a call to make me feel safe about making this decision. You see, when people want something, not having the money doesn't stop them from buying it. Making it accessible makes them want to buy it. So even if they don't have the money, what they're really saying is, tell me how I can pay for this
Exactly, yep.
within my means. It doesn't mean I can't buy this and I don't want to. It means I want this, but I just need you to help me bridge the means to get it.
Exactly.
And then you're managing the payment from those for some people, and then you deliver the product once they're paid for. Perfect.
Yep.
So talk to me now about your marketing. What did you get done first? What was your go-to that you got done out of all your marketing?
Started with my business card,
Yep.
which I love. It's kind of got a gold foil
Yep.
overlay on it.
And that's just about handing over your business card, networking, saying who you are.
Yep. And then that was probably followed by Emily London's welcome packet,
Yep.
which I love. I kind of customized some of the wording and the images, of course, but it's great. That was part of when I was telling you about kind of educating myself on the language of women.
Yes.
This was kind of part of it, because I mean, she talks a lot about the
Neckline.
necklines and the sleeves and all that stuff. And so it's been great. The only thing I think I want to change though is I want to try and add some more non-dress shops, because it's all dresses. And so, I mean, some of the women come in thinking that's all they can bring, and I mean, I would love for them to bring
Jeans.
exactly
Yep.
some casual stuff. And so, I mean, and it says that on there, but I think just glancing at it, it
Sure.
might be a little overwhelming for some women.
Yeah.
But no, I love that. Then I've got a beauty guide that she provided,
Yep.
and it just kind of walks them through ways that I mean, I wouldn't have thought of some of this stuff, and things like bring underpinnings and nude and black bras and things
Yes,
like that. I mean,
very
it's important, but I didn't know that until incorporating that. So they'll get all this in a little packet whenever they book.
Yep.
And then
Do you do your consultations in person, on the phone?
on the phone.
Yes.
Yep, I do it on the phone, and then we'll do a Skype session before the shoot, and that's what we'll go over their wardrobe, answer their questions, and go over the products. And then I love this.
Yeah.
It's just a
Just
kind
a
of
great
old school
touch.
wax stamp. Yep, and you can get them made with your logo, and then it never gets old. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, and
Isn't
everybody
that
else
cool?
does too.
Yeah, they do, because it's a nice touch. Where did you get your cantilever done?
That was White House custom color.
Yep.
And I love the
beautiful.
bamboo paper.
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
I'm a big fan of the mat.
Yeah, and this is now the card that you give out to show what you do. Beautiful collection of images.
Thank you.
Absolutely gorgeous. And then you just did your first magazine.
Yep, I literally got here like yesterday.
You know what? I feel like the magazine is definitely a advanced step, because this here is easier to put together.
Oh my gosh, this was work.
Yeah, this is work,
Yeah.
right? This is that next level. I can always tell when people are at the magazine stage, they're over their 2,000 average and they're really going towards something bigger, and it is a lot of work. Also, it's quite hard to commit to the final text, words, images.
I'm kind of a perfectionist, and so, I mean, it's like, when do I push go? And so,
Yeah.
I'm happy with it though.
Beautiful. How do you feel looking at that though? I mean, the one thing I noticed about getting the magazine for marketing is there's a big increase in confidence in thinking I can now show this, share this, give this to people, and this is my portrait magazine.
Absolutely.
So that is that next level, I think.
And I'm gonna leave them in my makeup artist's salon, so she's gonna have them all around and people pick them up, and I think it'll be really great.
So are you working with Christy to, if she gives these personally to her clients with a gift voucher or a personal recommendation, to give her a kickback?
I've never thought of that, but that'd be great.
Incentivize her to give this to somebody with one of your gift cards. She can have some special ones for special people that she knows. So you do have a gift voucher. What do you normally do with this one?
Well, I've done some like silent auctions, and so I'll leave these out in front of the silent auction table, and then I'll give them to potential clients. I'll have just them in my car, but I actually don't use these as much as you'd think.
Because you don't need to now.
It's crazy.
So where are you doing most of your networking, most of your marketing? Where are you getting most of your clients now?
I'm very well connected with the cheer industry down here in Texas. It's a big deal. a lot of senior portrait clients, and it kind of just snowballs from there.
It does.
I mean, it's pretty incredible. A lot of families that, well, I mean, I'll shoot, like Allison, I shot her senior portraits, and then we brought her back today. And so, I mean, it's really incredible how
Just keep relationship building.
Exactly.
And then, of course, if all of her friends see her images. You're getting a lot of referrals.
Yeah, social media is really big for me.
You're big on Instagram. You're doing really well on Instagram.
Thank you. It's driven a lot of clients in. And I think that's just a really up-to-date, really straightforward way for people to look at your work.
Especially seniors, like teenagers.
Exactly, yeah, because they're very, very active.
Into Instagram.
Yeah.
Wonderful. When you first started to sort of put yourself out there, were you giving away gift vouchers more in the beginning, or were you charging a sitting fee right from the get-go?
Charging a sitting fee right from the get-go.
How much is your sitting fee?
$190.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Too easy.
Yeah.
Where are you struggling the most?
I would say reaching new circles. Like I said, I'm really great with reaching
Circles you're in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I want to branch out and do older women, more generational shoots, things like that.
Okay.
And
So every single senior, cheer, squad, high school girl you photograph has a mum.
Yep.
You're going to have to go after the mums.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have to really go after the mums. But I mean, this was your first 50 plus shoot. Well, not your first,
Yeah,
but it
but-
was definitely one that you went, she's going on the cover. And that's smart because you attract what you show.
exactly. So
You
that's
sell
why,
what you show.
Yeah, that's why I put her on there. I want to try and draw more.
Yeah, so this is going to be amazing to open up this market and maybe even try and do lots of girls' day outs, but for that 50 group. Like today's client, that was a client that came back to model today, her mum was here, who was super beautiful, and she just turned 50 this week. And she was just saying that she went away for a girls' weekend with her girlfriends
Yeah.
and just had the most incredible time. And I would have been like, get all those
Seriously,
girlfriends
yeah.
in for a photo shoot. Yeah, you get them in and you start doing with them what you've done with this, and you're going to find the exact same snowball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
love
amazing. You really said before that your confidence grew and that you just really started to work on, I'm valuable enough to receive money for this. And that was a big one, right?
Huge, huge. I mean, I never in a million years thought I would be making $3,900 a portrait session. And now there's some days I wish I was charging more, and I feel like I want to get it even higher.
Yeah. You can.
Yeah.
More for more. More for more. Well, I love all of these. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
I just watched somebody create a business in the last 18 months with this income that's just mind-blowing, spreading this love and incredible service to the people of this area. Every single time someone builds a studio and just puts all this love and joy into it, I feel like my whole world just gets richer and better. You're a great team. That was just the best day and I had so much fun. Honestly, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sue. I didn't know what tulle was before I met Sue. I didn't know what chiffon was, what good necklines are, and all of that has helped me understand what to look for and how to bring beauty out in images. She's absolutely changed my world. I feel like I literally wake up every day and do what I love. It's surreal.
Bye, guys.